We have some new developments to tell you about in the shock collar scandal by the American Veterinary Medical Association. When the president of one of the most influential veterinary organizations in the world endorses shock collars, it causes real harm. It misleads the public, it contradicts established behavior science, and it undermines the work of veterinary behaviorists and skilled animal care professionals around the world. And when President Dr. Michael Bailey went on the air and endorsed shock collars on Steve Dale's Pet World,
I don't want to come down and say stay absolutely away from. Sometimes if that's what you need to modify the behavior, sometimes we need to do some things that are felt a little bit unpalatable.
the American College of Veterinary Behaviorists has issued a formal response to Dr. Bailey's comments. Their statement is thorough, evidence-driven, and unambiguous about the risks and welfare outcomes of shock collars. And the College of Veterinary Behaviorists has invited the AVMA to collaborate in a corrected public statement that aligns with the behavioral scientific consensus. I'm going to link to the ACVB response in my bio. The American Veterinary Medical Association is receiving direct accountability from its own peers in veterinary medicine. And now we await a clear public clarification from the AVMA itself. Every day that the AVMA allows these comments to be out there without correcting the record, the damage spreads and misinformation continues to circulate. And this progress doesn't stand alone. It follows a series of major steps in the larger movement for humane evidence-based training in our field. For example, the new joint standards of practice explicitly prohibit the use of choke, prong, and electric collars by professionals who belong to these organizations. PetSafe, one of the largest manufacturers of shock collars and electric fences, has paid a $1.9 million settlement after these devices were sold as safe despite the evidence that they can contribute to substantial harm. Massachusetts House Bill 2342 is advancing, which would require dogs at highest risk of coercive methods to be trained with evidence-based humane approaches. Police and military exploitation of dogs is still a huge concern in our field. Aversive tools are still being marketed aggressively to the public. But we do look forward to the AVMA issuing a public statement that aligns with the behavioral consensus on this issue. And no, we still haven't forgotten about the rest of the issues. Their silence on Gaza and other One Health crises, even as the AVMA continues to tout One Health as a guiding principle. We haven't forgotten about the attempts to silence and censor members of the public in addition to animal care professionals. And we haven't forgotten that these patterns matter because the AVMA is a political organization with direct access to Congress and one that often heavily aligns with conservative agendas and thinking, while at the same time paying lip service to causes it refuses to meaningfully support. Feel free to tag the AVMA in this post to let them know you continue to pay attention.